Hey guys, this is Fetus, and we are here with a deck profile for Fire Kings. This is actually my first Fire King deck profile on this channel, which is actually pretty amazing because this is actually my favorite archetype. I actually like this archetype a lot because of the loop that Garunix has, and I just like the idea of them being destroyed and they get their effects off. You know, it's just for all these different kinds of reasons, they've always been my favorite, and I haven't put a deck profile on this channel for them until today, obviously. But I just couldn't find a build I really liked for the meta right now because, I mean, obviously there's things you have to worry about when facing against Necros and Stellar Knights and now Shadals and stuff like that. So I was having a hard time finding a build I actually really liked. This is more of an aggro kind of build. It doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have like almost to none back row. So this is all about just pushing for game the whole time. Yes, it is a little slower, but with all the destruction effects that this deck has, it could be very simple. So yeah, let's get to the deck profile. I'm going to try and keep it short like I always do. I'm going to give a little bit of description for all the different cards and why I put them in there, while trying to stay at a good pace. So, we have 3 Fire King High Avatar Garunix. A lot of people play 2, I play 3. I like 3 the most because then you have more targets for your onslaught of the Fire Kings, which I will get to very shortly. After this card is destroyed, the next standby phase, it special summons back onto the field and destroys all other monsters on the field. So it's a dark hole, but this stays on the field. So if you have 2 of these going off at the same time, it's the Garunix loop, where this will special summon, then this one will come back because it was destroyed also. It will destroy this one, and this will go to the graveyard, so then this will come back and special summon, and vice versa, and it'll keep going on every time, every standby phase. So this is pretty much the big boss monster of the deck. You want 3 of these. I understand why some people may play 2, but for this deck and how I want it to run, I want 3. All of their effects activate once they're destroyed. When this is destroyed by battle, though, you can special summon a Fire King Avatar from your deck. So they say Avatar, so you can't special summon another Fire King High Avatar Garunix from your deck. So that's the only reason why they do Fire King Avatar. For the Fire King Avatar monsters, we have Yaksha. And what this does is when it's destroyed by battle or by card effect, I can destroy 1 card on my side of the field or in my hand. And the key word right there is destroy. I can destroy stuff in my hand, which means if there's Garunix in my hand, I can destroy it with my Yaksha. Also, what this card effect is, and the next one also, if a Fire King monster is destroyed by card effect, you can actually special summon this card from your hand. So it actually is pretty good in that aspect as well, trying to stay with field presence. Okay, and before you turn off this video right now, I'm going to show you this, but let me explain. I play 2 Barong. Why 2 and not 3? This is the main searcher. So why would you play your searcher at 2? The reason is because this is not a good searcher. This does have the effect that I can special summon from the hand if a Fire King monster is destroyed by card effect, aka Garunix. But the effect is it has to be destroyed by card effect to search for a Fire King card. So don't get me wrong, it is a good aspect is it says card and not monster, so I can get any of my spells also. But if people know what Fire Kings do, people know what Fire Kings are, so they're not going to destroy this by card effect. There's no way they're going to. So the way you're going to have to search is by yourself. You're going to have to destroy this on your own to get your own search, which means you'll go -1 to get a search. I don't like the idea of going -1 to get a search because I have to either use Yaksha to destroy this or, other means necessary. But to go minus to search is not good. You know what I mean? If you're going to search, I want to at least stay the same, or I want a plus. But if I'm searching, I definitely don't want to go -1 every time. So Barong at 2 is actually good at 2. I've used it at 2 for as long as I've used this deck. I've bumped it up to 3 numerous times because people have told me I'm dumb for putting it at 3, and it is not good at 3. I'm sorry. Then we play 1 Fire Fist Bear. This is pretty much just to clear up your bottom row for your Tenkies so they don't get all cloggy. And I just like the idea of Tenki Bear Pop. So. Then we play only 2 Coach Soldier Wolfbark. 3 is kinda cloggy in my opinion. I was playing at 3 and I put something in here I like the idea more in this. When I was building this deck, it was kind of tight. It was very tight. So I need to get rid of stuff. So I got rid of the 3rd Wolfbark for one of the cards that I'm going to be showing you in this deck profile. So 2 Wolfbark, in my opinion, is actually just fine. If you want to play a 3rd one, I am all for that, play a 3rd one, but for how my build is, 2 is just fine. Then we play the 2 Fire and the 2 Ice Hands. In my first place deck profile, I used the Fire and Ice Hands, but obviously that was a way different time than it is right now. But the Fire and Ice Hands are still good. In the meta right now, the only one they're not good against is Necros. Anything else, it's good against. Usually, the Shaddolls are using quite a bit of back row, not as much as Stellar Knights, but quite a bit. And there's obviously Stellar Knights, which is a very trap-heavy deck to go up against. And the Ice Hand and the Fire Hand just help in that aspect. So yeah, playing 2 of each is fine, and I'm just gonna play one and one on my side deck. So 2 Fire and 2 Ice Hand, and then next we play 5. I guess you can say hand traps. I don't know if these count as hand traps per se. We play 3 Gores of the Emissary. Yes, I know they don't match. I'm sorry. I couldn't get a third ghost one. Why I play this, like I said, we're not playing a lot of back row, so I don't want to get OTK'd, and I like the idea of Gores in here because Gores gets you a big boss monster onto the field very easily, even if you don't have a lot of stuff to protect you. So this is my protection for OTKs. It helps with getting over stuff. It helps, like all that kind of stuff. And it's 3 level 7s. And with that, I can actually go into rank 7s, which is actually pretty nice. Then two more hand tracks as we play 2 Effect Veiler. It helps with Trish and stuff like that. And Trevor and pretty much a lot of stuff. Or what was the other one? Winda? Yeah, Winda for Shaddolls. Then we're playing the second half of the deck. This is the second half of the deck, which is just all spells. We do not play any traps. It's a aggro deck. I'm just calling it an aggro deck because it's pretty much I want to keep attacking. We play 3 Onslaught of the Fire Kings. This is it is definitely in the running for the best card in this deck. What this does, it has the effect of a Cyber Dragon. If they have a monster and you don't, you can special summon from your deck. 1 Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast. So, you can special summon pretty much your entire deck besides our hand traps, and that is phenomenal. Their effects are negated and it's destroyed at the end phase, but that's not a problem because if you're special summoning Garunix with this thing, then he gets his effect off and you get to do a Dark Hole in the next standby phase. So even if you can't get over their monsters, you can just Dark Hole, which is really good. Then I play only 2 Circle of the Fire Kings. Some people play 3, I only play 2. Again, don't leave the video because you hate I have 2 and not 3. A lot of people play 2, and the top people play 2, and I've been playing 2 even before I saw those lists. 3 is just too much. How do I explain this? With this card, you need to have the targets, and you want to have a good target in your graveyard. Okay, so, I mean, you can use this with Fire Hand, which is actually really nice, and get a Barong for another search. But, or you can use Barong with this and get a search. But like I said, that was kind of the -1. But you kind of go even with special summoning another monster. It's just stuff like that. It helps with protecting your Garunix and everything in that aspect, but you don't need 3. I promise you don't need 3. Use that third space for another card that you wanted space for, because I promise you do not need 3. Then we play 3 Fire Formation Tenkis. This is pretty obvious. It's a lot of Beast Warriors in this deck, so this is your searcher for the Beast Warriors. And Tenki Bear Pop, you know, it's I know it's not as good as it used to be, okay, but it's still good. Then we play 3 Supply Squad. This is the perfect draw power card for this deck. Your effects activate when they are destroyed. This effect activates when monsters are destroyed on your side of the field. You're going to be destroying stuff on your side of the field a lot. And in your hand and stuff like that, you're going to be destroying a lot. So every time you destroy something, you can get a draw 1. And if there's multiple on here, then you get a draw for each single one. So if all 3 of these are on the field, then I get a draw 3. And because we're not playing any traps, I have enough room to have all 3 of these on here and not feel so bad. So, you know, having all 3 in here, and if you're able to draw 3, or even if you're able to draw 1, it doesn't matter. If you're getting a draw every single time one of your effects activates, that's really good. And it helps with the Fire and Ice hands also. Next, we play 2 Forbidden Lands. This is the same aspect as Fire King, Circle of the Fire Kings. It protects your Garunix from stuff like Bottomless Trap Hole and stuff like that. So 2 Forbidden Lances, in my opinion, is kind of necessary. Then we play 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. All that back row hates. Obviously, if I'm playing Necros, I'm going to be getting rid of most of this, but I still like the idea of having 2 of them in here because of the Vanity's Emptiness, and now there's Lose a Turn, so you're kind of you have to worry about that kind of stuff now, of the stun aspect. So 2 is, in my opinion, I like it a lot in there. Next, we play 1 Rekindling and then 1 Soul Charge. These are to recycle your plays in your graveyard. With Rekindling, all your Fire King avatar monsters, not high avatar monsters, have 200 defense, and obviously they're all fire. So you can special summon all of them from your graveyard if you want to. I don't recommend that because that's an odd number if you're playing this build, but you can at least get 4 of them out there and do two rank 4 plays. A lot of numbers in there. And the Soul Charge helps with plays for getting your Garunixes out and the Gores to do rank 7 and rank 8. Rank 7 and rank 8 plays. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. And then we play our Outs to the Ginlock, which is 2 Dark Hole, 1 Regeki, and then 1 Book. It's getting kind of long. Let's hurry it up. For the extra deck, we have 1 Tiger King. You only need 1. You're only ever going to go into 1. So you only need 1. 1 Exciton. Exciton is good in this deck. It destroys all cards in the field. But just in case I've been trying to decide to put the second one in here for something. I might get rid of one of the rank 7s, but Exciton Knight is actually very good in this deck because you can destroy all cards on the field, which means your cards, and if there's cards on your side of the field that you want to be destroyed, like Barong, Garunix, stuff like that, then you do not lose a lot in the aspect of destroying your opponent's side of the field. 1 Gaga Cowboy for game, 1 Abyss Dweller just in case for Shadal's and Burning Abyss, 2 Silent Honor Arc because we don't have 2 Castels, but Silent Honor Arc is still good, and then the 1 Castel. 1 Daigasso Emerald, recycle your plays, get stuff back into the deck so you can draw. 1 Heartland Draco. This is actually very good in this deck because you have a lot of face-up spell cards, continuous spell cards, sorry. So this can be targeted by attacks when you do that, and then you just attack, hopefully for game, or you just attack for that little bit of damage that you need, which is 2,000. Then we have 2 rank 7s as in Mecha Phantom Beast, Draco Sack, and then Big Eye. This is for the Gores, of course, and for the Gores Soul Charge play, and you're gonna get rid of one for a second Hexaton, I was kind of in between of it. I would get rid of Draco Sack and not the Big Eye, because in my opinion Big Eye is actually better in the meta right now. Then 2 rank 8s, as in 1 Felgrand and then 1 Prime Photon Dragon. This is to protect yourself, and this is to go all in. It's pretty much in that aspect, because this is at 4,000, and the only reason you get rid of this is because you can't get over something. So then we've actually played 2 Synchros, 1 Crimson Blader and 1 Armades. This is because of the effect Veilers in your deck, and this is because you can use Soul Charge, or you can use Rekindling, and then you can summon your effect Veiler if you have to go for these kind of plays. And I actually like both of these in deck, because this protects against Necros a lot, and this helps against Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, stuff like that. And Teller Knights actually also too, because they can't use their trap card during the battle phase. So that's it, guys. That's the Fire King deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go in the comment section below and tell me what you think about it. And that's about it. So I hope you liked this video. Like and subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the next one, guys. See ya!